Hi, first graders. Okay, so we just learned a little bit about Jacob Lawrence, who was an artist from many years ago who loved to draw and paint pictures about the movement of our families from a long time ago. Remember, I talked about how there were hard times back in the 1920s and 1930s, almost 100 years ago. And many of our great grandparents had to move from down south in Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia, and they moved north to places like St. Louis and New York and Chicago and Detroit. And that's why so many of his pictures that he would create would feature train stations and people packing and carrying their luggages and all that. Well, anyway, the first picture that we are going to create is featuring a classroom, and we know that families would move their children to the north to go to better schools, like you're in the best school. Okay, so remember, this is a girl who's at the chalkboard. If we saw her hand, you would see that she's writing. And then here's another girl. Okay, and there are three girls in the series. You could draw a girl or you could draw yourself. But the main thing is that I don't want to hear like, I'm not an artist. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that I can see what is in front of me. I want you to start training. When I say train, you are exercising your eyes to notice lines, straight lines and curves and all sorts of lines around you. So, for example, what I was talking about before, we're looking at the lines of the girls and the outer edges. Okay, you're going to start with the outer edges. So all you're going to do, start with the head. And I don't really want you to call it head. Just you're looking at the lines and the shapes. Like, oh, that looks like an ice cream cone. And then there's a straight line that goes out. And then there is a straight line that goes down, curved. And that looks like a triangle, right? But then instead we see another line that goes that way, curved, a straight line, another line going down, curved. All you're doing is noticing all these lines. And then at the end, you're going to see like, oh, this is actually something. But for now, these just look like a bunch of straight lines. That's what we want. Because the type of art we're going into as far as studying, that it looks like, well, can that be that? Or can that be a bird? Or can that be a tree? Or can that be a girl? It's called abstract art when you don't really understand what is in front of you. You don't see it. But for now, all I want you to do is just notice the lines. Notice the lines, right? Line, curve, up. Line, straight line, curve, up. Curvy line, curvy line. Yeah. And then line, this line, that's it. You're just training your eyes to notice the lines. And then before you know it, oh, that looks like a girl, right? Now, say if you don't want to draw a girl, you might want to have her with a longer skirt, or maybe you want shorts. That's fine. I'm just going to put some more lines in there. And then later on, you're going to color. You're going to color with your crayons or whatever you have. You're going to color inside. But the most important thing is for you to get the lines down, okay? Maybe you don't want that long hair. Well, then you would make the hair stop right there, right? And then she has short hair. So then we can make this be part of her jacket, and you color it. And then all of a sudden, there's short hair, right? You can do whatever you want. This is your creation. But I'm going to put the painting as an attachment. I want you to practice. After you draw all your lines, then you can go ahead and color. And then I'll check on Tuesday your progress, okay? Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're going into art and a little music, but we're going to do some great things, okay? Have a good one.